Good morning, Market Chameleons, and everyone joining us for the first time. Thanks for coming by and checking out the Market Chameleon pre-market show. Before we get started, let's take a look at the shared disclaimer. Be aware that neither Market Chameleon, Dimitri, or myself are registered investment advisors or a broker-dealer. If you're searching for investment advice, please reach out to a licensed professional. This show, as all our shows, is for informational purposes only concerning Market Chameleon tools and products. With that, one last look at the disclaimer. And we are going to welcome Dimitri Pargamonik to the stage to talk about how to screen option activity by expiration date. And with that, welcome, Mr. Pargamonik. How you doing, D?
Good morning, Will. How are you?
Great.
So I just shared my screen. I think it's up
Yep,
there.
we see it.
And okay. So today what we'll do is look at a screener that's um, anchored or based on option analytics, based on the option expiration. And let me show you what that looks like. We're going to go under screeners and go to options by expiration over here. Click on that. And in this screener, we have filters up top and the data elements below. And the way this is organized is aggregating information by a particular options expiration. Okay, so it doesn't look, it doesn't aggregate all the expirations. It separates each expiration because you could have multiple option expirations, and looks at the aggregated analytics and volume by that specific expiration. So the idea there is we could screen for a particular expiration and see what's going on in that, in that, and compare it to other stocks. So let's take a look at an example here. If I go up here and use this filter, and let's say we want to look at a particular option expiration that's available in this filter, and let's maybe go to June 9th. And maybe there's something about June 9th that we are looking for because it's a couple days out. Perhaps there's an economic event or something out there that we are interested in. So we could click on June 9th, and you could see here that given that expiration, there aren't that many stocks that have June 9th available to trade. We only have 6. So all of these are ETFs. And that's because this has 3 days to expiration. Of course, this is as of yesterday's close. We're not open yet. But you could see not that many stocks actually have listed options for June 9th expiration. But if we are interested in it, these are the ones that are available. And let's just keep this up for a second to go over the data elements. Here we see the symbol, the name of the security, the stock price, its change. Obviously, we filtered by June 9th because we use this filter. Days left to expiration. This is the at the money implied volatility. And this is the at the money implied volatility change. And what this does is also allow us to compare potentially similar stocks. So we could see in June 9th what's going on. We could compare implied volatilities and what the implied volatility did on a day. So here we could see that the implied volatility for June 9th was up across the board. All these ETFs, implied volatility increased. The biggest one was in Silver Trust, up 28%. And then we could see here QQQ, IWM, implied volatility was up across the board. And we could also see what happened in those stocks. So silver was up, implied volatility was up, but the stock was also 3.5%. Some of them were down. So it's a mixed bag of up versus down, but the implied in the stock prices, but implied volatility is up across the board. And this just happens to be the only stocks available June 9th. But if you do have a group of stocks that you save to your watch list, let's say you created a watch list of, your tech stocks or car manufacturers or any sector. If you save it to your watch list, then you could pull this down, pick your watch list, and then compare what's going on in that group of stocks, and you could do that by option expiration. So here we have the total volume that's traded, again, in this particular expiration. So this isn't total aggregated volume in the security. It's looking by expiration, and I'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to unfilter this, and we'll look at silver, SLV. So you can see here SLV has many different available expirations, and this is the volume for each of these expirations. Okay, so that's how this is working. It's really anchoring by option expiration. I'm going to come back to where we were on June 9th. And now the next column is open interest in June 9th. And this allows us to kind of compare the current volume versus the total open interest in that expiration to give us a sense how active is trading relative to the open interest in the morning. And if we wanted to filter that down further, if we wanted just to look at where the volume is greater than the open interest, we could just click on that, show me volume greater than open interest. So you could see in all these, today's volume as of yesterday's close was greater than the total open interest in that expiration. Then moving forward, we have the implied volatility over here to compare. But another way to compare is if we looked at the straddle, right? The implied volatility, this is the at the money IB. So the at the money IB is one way to compare across the board, right? Stocks across which one implied volatility is higher, which one's lower. And we could also look at it from the straddle price. What does that translate to the straddle price, or what are the options markets implying the movement up or down in the June 9th expiration? And that's what this is, the at the money straddle premium based on a percentage move. Okay, so this SLV is implying a move of up or down 2.4% by June 9th expiration. This one's 1.5%, 1.8%, and there's an easier way or different perspective to compare straddle prices. Okay, so if we have similar products and similar expiration, now we could see which ones are higher, which ones are lower relative to each other. And this here gives it to you in dollar terms, because not all these stocks are the same dollar value, right? So if we compare it in dollar terms, it would be the percentage times the stock. And this is the summary page, or kind of the starting page. You could go through other tabs as so to compare other analytics by that expiration. So I may stop at this tab for today and continue on the next tabs just to kind of cover the basics today.
All right. That sounds good, D. And we'll get to the other tabs on Monday. Great job as always. Thanks for bringing that to the Chameleon community. Another great webinar, how to screen for options activity. And we will continue on other tabs on Monday. Everyone have a great trading day, a great weekend. Thanks, D.
Thanks, Will. Bye, everyone.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Everyone, remember to thank us by following us on YouTube. Give us thumbs up, all the other social platforms. Everyone have a great weekend and a great trading day. Thanks for joining.